Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to Valorant News. It's incredible how much stuff is going on right now. Rostermania is hitting the roof. We've also got ShahZaM though, responding to Rawkus joining Sentinels and what that might potentially mean for their roster. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button is the best thing you can do. Tell this channel to reach more people. Please consider subscribing as well if you haven't already. Loads of new subs the last couple of days. Really appreciate it. On the road to 1,000. Love to see it. Firstly, this from Vision Strikers. Officially bound for Germany. They're getting out there now to boot camp in Germany ahead of course, the World Championship, the champions in Berlin, starting in, honestly, it's not too far away. Very start of December, it's going to kick off. Vision Strikers are out there. These are, of course, all the teams attending. December 1st through the 12th is going to be Valorant champions in Berlin, Germany, of course. Gambit, Ascend, Fnatic, Sentinels, all these rosters, if you guys aren't familiar. So Vision Strikers, the Korean squads, they're going to be over there. And these are the other teams, if you guys aren't familiar as well. Of course, they're Cloud9 Blue, the last team to qualify from that North American Last Chance qualifier we looked at now a couple of weeks ago, and the implications from that have been really ricocheting through the entirety of especially the North American Valorant scene. This also from the Valorant League side. Chamber will be playable tomorrow, that being today on PBE, so I guess that's the public beta environment, and so apparently Chamber is going to have some playtime. I think it's coming maybe in a week or so, maybe just a bit less than a week now, and from today is when Chamber's going to be officially there. Now, of course, what does that switch up in terms of the meta for champions, or at least for the other tournaments going on as well? That's going to be interesting, because some people say Chamber for the economy side is very powerful indeed, because it can kind of give you a free AWP, it can kind of give you a free, like a deagle, effectively a free sheriff, but if you, if you can buy it for free, effectively. So it's really interesting to see, but yeah, apparently that could be something that is certainly in the works at least. Let's talk about Rostermania stuff. Oh, hi from Complexity. No secret, he won't be playing the remainder of Complexity for the rest of the year. He's looking for a team as a restricted free agent, effectively been removed from the Complexity roster. Not a team that's had incredible success. Blowhigh is going to be moving in a different direction, it seems. This also from David Prince, interestingly enough from the Giants gaming side, because the rumor has it right now that G2 are looking to acquire some of the Giants gaming guys instead of Kelox and Coldamenta, and as he says, expect the expected, I guess, which we kind of do expect, so maybe that's what's going to happen here, when either some of his teammates or him himself are getting nicked and going over to G2. That could be something to look out for. Also get this from Solo from the New Turn side, deciding to retire from professional Valorant and CSGO before that. Many difficult times, many happy moments. Thank the fans who have supported, believed in me for a very long time. So yeah, Solo, real OG. Interesting, well, disappointing to see him go in a sense, but you know, pretty cool to celebrate a legendary career like this, as New Turn did on their social medias as a result. But unfortunately, no time to dwell on this, because there's so much other stuff happening. This from JC Starney, he joins Pioneers. They were making some roster changes as well, and yeah, so he joins the Pioneers. There was also another one that happened here with Wedded, of course, formerly of NRG and Xset, or Weeded, I can't forget exactly how to pronounce it. Anyway, he's in the Pioneers squad as well. Now, interestingly enough, he's playing this Community Gaming 25k with him. Not sure if this is a long-term thing or not, but he did play in it, of course, and we'll have to look at some of the results of that here in just a second, because this is like a day one of this tourney. It's continuing, I think, until Sunday, so today was like day one of qualification in these kind of GSL-style group formats. Then tomorrow is kind of the second part of the GSL-style groups, and then we've got Saturday, Sunday, the playoffs of the entire event. There's a load of teams here, obviously. Of course, it's online, but a load of teams here. As you can see, I'll just scroll through this for you guys, because the only things that have been confirmed in every group is the qualification team from at least the top sides. V1 get through, NRG get through, of course, with their new squad in Hazed. We'll have a look at it in a second, but they didn't have the greatest, easiest time against Orion Sectors in their very first map. We'll have a look at here, but the Immortals get through, Serenity boys get through, Complexity, they lose out right here as well. Saw qualify from Group E. Group F is BBG, with their new guy in Bang, or at least stepping into the team for this tournament, coming through. Group G is Ghost Gaming, Group H is Evil Geniuses, Group I is Renegades, Group J is Sonics, and then Doug Zero. Like, look how many groups there are. It's absolutely just absurd. TLC as well take down Pioneers. We'll have a look at that series in a second. Group N, Group O. Like, how many teams can they possibly invite to this tournament? So anyway, that's what they've done so far. These are all the teams that are qualified. Just thought I'd, at least share a couple of these interesting series, especially this one from the NRG side. Of course, their very first map they played with Hazed in the team. They lose this one 13-11 to Orion Sectors, and people are like, oh my god, like, yeah, like, this Hazed move is going to be terrible, this team's awful or whatever. But turns out, well, you know, it's too early to say, obviously, because they end up winning the series comfortably in the end. It's a 13-7 on Breeze. It's a 13-7 on Icebox. Som dominates this final map as well. 33-12, 460 ACS. That's pretty absurd. Hazed gets 4 kills. He's chilling. He's telling the lads what to do, and they're winning this map pretty comfortably. This also, talking of insane individual performances, this was the series BBG against Elysium, and 13-1 on Icebox. Bang goes 30-8 with 578 ACS. Now, average combat score. It doesn't give the whole picture, right? It gives you points for like how many, damage you deal and kills you get, and reduces, kills. The amount of points are really variable. But still, a number like this is absurd. So fair play to Bang on this front. Maybe he'll stay there. Maybe he'll go elsewhere. Of course, he trialled with TSM. Well, TSM probably could have got him on board. Didn't decide to. And of course, they're apparently going a different direction right now with Corey, formerly of FaZe, and Tig, formerly of LG as well. We'll have to see how that one goes. This also Team Seal versus Pioneers, just because Pioneers, they brought in Stone, they brought in We did for this tourney, but it doesn't work out for them right here. But of course, they can still qualify through the lower side of that GSL style groups, win 2 before you lose 2 type situation right there. This also from dapr I thought was kind of funny. What is going on right here? Because, we've got this series where Ryan Texas beat NRG, and then we've got this one as well where it's 13-11 Limit versus version 1. They lose this map as well. Zelsis going 31-16, and again, not some pretty performances from the other guys on the roster. But speaking of Hazed, right, feels good to be back on the server, he says. Hazed and some having a good time. So yeah, NRG back in business. Will they improve over time to be a dominant force here? We will see. Exciting to see how this tournament progresses. I'll of course keep you guys updated. And yes, they qualify for the playoffs going Saturday, Sunday. Today, I'm pretty sure is required to figure out which other teams are going to qualify through those group stages. This also from ShahZaM before we talk about a couple of other topics. Rawkus joined Sentinels a few days ago as their coach. Certainly a big discussion right here. But as ShahZaM goes on to say exactly why they felt like they needed Rawkus and a guy like that in the team. It's not like they need anyone to tell them how to play the game, but just to bring some new ideas to the mix. That's kind of what ShahZaM would like in Rawkus to do.
It's hard. Usually the coaches in other games are like ex-players, and we're really lucky to get an ex-player to be our coach. So that's someone that just played like high-level Valorant. One of the strengths of our teams is like that we get along really well. We're really good at having conversations. Like that's what it comes down to being a team, right? You practice, things go wrong, you talk about it and you fix it. And that's the hardest part of being a team. You'd be surprised. Like lots of teams just fail at that part, but we're really good at that. We're really good at having those conversations. And he's someone that just fits into that dynamic. He's someone that we respect his input.
Just to finish off here with a couple of things. Firstly, from Zelsis, one Nerd Street Open for testing some things after the LCQ performance. So this is from the version 1 side. Of course, they're not going to be at Champions next month, but we did just see they're playing in this tournament we just looked at, right? But as he says right here, I'm moving to IGL. So Zelsis, he dropped like 30 kills or whatever with that map we just looked at right there. But he's going to be the in-game leader of this team, it seems. Looking forward to this 25k invitational, right, which we just looked at. But yeah, seems like that's what V1 are going to decide to do with Zelsis moving to the IGL. Interesting decision from that front for sure. And just to mention this as well from George Geds, because we talked yesterday about the fact that Rawkus, the coach, he may well be considering returning to playing after his time at Sentinels as a coach is done, if they win Champions or if they do not. But as he says here, I'm sure there's maybe a mistranslation, but Rawkus told me he's keeping his options open, meaning he's not yet decided as to whether he'll either compete after Champions or whether he'll actually come back. So he could still coach if it goes well, or if he actually likes doing it, or whatever the case may be. He could be a player. It's still not decided. I guess it will depend to some degree on Sentinels' results. It is interesting, right? Because if Sentinels do well and he wins, then does that mean he actually wants to stay as a coach, or does that mean he more wants to compete and go back to because he gets that kind of competitive itch again? I don't know, but it's interesting to see regardless. Very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hitting the like button tells the YouTube gods this is a good video. Others like you should see it as well, and upgrade the competitive Valorant community. Thank you for watching as always. Take care, and I will see you next time.